Well, ladies and gentlemen, very warm welcome. Wish you a very good evening wherever you are to the Buddies Bash. This matchup taking place between the Old Monks and the National Sports Club of India. It was the National Sports Club of India. They won the toss, elected to bat first. The two star openers, Karan Chugh, Kamran Ahmed, both have graced the crease in the middle. This one is going to be a mouth-watering contest between the two sides. Both strong sides. Bat deep, bowl well, field well. All in all, it's going to be one thriller to watch out for. Both teams bat strong. Let's see how the wicket plays today. I can see a lot of grass on the wicket. That will certainly help the seam bowlers extract some seam movement. Right, this is going to be some runs here. We're going to have to wait for the umpire signal on this one. 4 runs given. Runs of the bat. Gets a boundary. Karan Chugh neatly deflected. Did not try to do anything indifferent. Just helping the ball on its way. Very good start here for Karan Chugh and the Nsci. Now Raj Chopra has bowled a couple of wides to start off with. Then he bowled a couple of balls on the stumps. This one drifted again on the leg stump. Worked away. Down towards mid-wicket for a single. Right, that single gives Kamran Ahmed the strike. Well bowled. Equally well played. Gets a single. Literally waiting to see how these two teams strategize against each other. Nsci taking no chances. Backing their strength, which is to bat first. Remember, this is the only team in the competition that has scored over 300 runs. 312 in 20 overs is a mammoth score which they once put up in the very same competition. But today they're up against the Old Monks. They say old is gold. Monks resemble that statement. Cleaned up. The ball's kept low here. Karan Chugh had no clue about it. Well bowled Raj Chopra. He strikes in his very first over. This is a very big wicket. Nsci have lost their star opener in Karan Chugh straight away in the first over. It was the last ball of the over and Raj Chopra went through his defences. Clearly keeping low. All in all, well bowled Raj Chopra. That's probably going to be the order of the day. Bowl straight on this wicket. Nsci have lost their first. Old Monks have struck blood straight away. What's happened here? Digvijay Singh comes into the attack, sharing the new ball with Raj Chopra. And Kamran Ahmed has just nicked one to Sumiran Mehta here. Unbelievable start for the old monks. Nsci have lost their star openers. Both openers sent packing. Kamran Ahmed departs for only a single. And Nsci in a spot of bother. Old monks have 2 in 2 now. Raj Chopra getting Karan Chug, and then the first ball of the over itself from Digvijay Singh. Kamran Ahmed sent packing. Nsci depend very heavily on their openers to give them a decent start. That's not happened today. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the two batsmen in the middle and the men to come thereafter, because they're going to have to get all the runs. They know the old monks bat deep. They won the toss, elected to bat first with the intention to put runs on the board. Right. Paras Zaveri walks into bat at number 4. Some turn, some bounce. Top stuff from Digvijay Singh. Digvijay Singh is getting turn, bounce. Day before yesterday on Sunday, we seen the old monks somehow get to 150 odd, 152 if I'm not wrong. And in reply, they cleaned up their opponents pretty quickly. Won that match comfortably by 86 runs if I'm not wrong, which is a very healthy margin of victory. The ball was turning square, keeping low at times. There was bounce as well on offer. So clearly, this wicket might have something similar to offer. It was turn and bounce that got Kamran Ahmed. It was the ball keeping low that got Karan Chug. 2 overs have been bowled. 8 for 2 are Nsci. Right, Raj Chopra. Right, Ankit Bhalaria facing up. On the money straight away. Raj Chopra is intent on bowling straight today. Well bowled. Equally well played. You can clearly see Ankit Bhalaria does not want to play across the line. He's presenting a straight bat at the moment. He knows his team is in trouble. They need to be bailed out of trouble, and for that you're going to have to guts it out for some time. Right now they're just thinking about playing themselves in. This will help. Some runs to be had. 5 runs will be added to the total. Raj Chopra has done this a few times already. He's drifted down the leg side 3 to 4 times by now. Was also clipped for a boundary by Karan Chugh in the first over itself before he got Karan Chugh. You can clearly see the intention is to bowl wicket to wicket. He does not want to bowl outside the line of the off stump. That's where the attack is. You can see there's a catching mid-wicket. There is short fine leg who's very fine now. There again on the stumps. Ankit Bhalaria gets off the mark with a single. Now strikes with Paras Zaveri. Paras Zaveri and Ankit Bhalaria, you can clearly see their intent firstly on playing themselves in, and then they will think about the runs. They don't want to lose any more wickets. They're not in a position to take advantage of the power play at the moment. On the stumps, quality bowling from Raj Chopra. He is recognized that the ball's keeping low. There is some movement in the air coming back into the right-handers. So he just wants to keep it tight. Worked away. There is short mid-wicket catching. No run there to be had. Down the leg side. And now the ball. This is the 4th wide down the leg side bowled by Raj Chopra in the space of 11 balls. Worked away on the onside. He'll pick up a single and get off the mark with Paras Zaveri. 3 overs have been bowled. 16 for 2 are the National Sports Club of India. Off the back foot into the offside. Oh, they're going back for the second, yeah. Very good running from the duo. This is going to be important when you're not getting the boundaries. You need to make sure you're getting your ones and twos. Looking forward to developing a partnership here. 11 of 13 the partnership. Off the back foot. Worked away on the onside. He'll pick up a single here. This is literally the best match of the competition. Who is going to reign victorious? We're going to have to wait and watch. But right now, the old monks have the upper hand, having removed the star openers of Nsci. Kamran Ahmed and Karan Chog. Four overs have been bowled. 20 for 2 are Nsci. Right, Priyank Tandon into the attack. This is going to be interesting. Priyank enjoys his bowling. At the moment, both Ankit Bhalaria and Paras Zaveri just soaking it in, trying to get acclimatized to the conditions. In April and May, somehow the wickets get tired. So they suddenly become rank turners. Ball does not quite come onto the bat. Makes life challenging for the batsman. They'll get 3 here. The running's been impressive between the two. They're trying and making sure that they're running hard since they're not able to find the boundaries at the moment. At the moment, Old Monks in complete control. Bit of a partnership developing between these two. 15 of 19. They're taking their time. They know that they need to build a good, solid, firm partnership here. They cannot afford to give Old Monks another sniff in. Cut away. There is third man. So will only be a single. Cuts. More of an outside edge. Will get a single down to third man. Right, Paras Zaveri facing up. Oh, well bowled. Very well bowled, Priyank. Leaving the right-hander after pitching. The bowling of the Old Monks have been phenomenal up till now. They've not only kept the lid on the scoring, they've got the key batsman. It's making life difficult for the batsman in the middle, just with the way they've been bowling. Well bowled, Priyank. Very well bowled. I think Sumiran Mehta has put this one down because Priyank was celebrating. Five overs have been bowled. 25 for 2 are the National Sports Club of India. Right, Yatin Telang into the attack. Left arm spinner. Sweeps, does Bhalaria. Pick up a single here. Drive straight to cover. Yatin Telang picked up a few wickets in the last match. Performed really well. Outer half of the bat, but he squeezed this away behind point. Will get a couple of runs here. Right, now strikes with Paras Zaveri. He cuts. He's found the gap here. But there is a man in the deep at deep point, so it will only be a single. Well bowled, Telang. 6 overs have been bowled, 30 for 2 are Nsci. Leg spinner in. Bit of a top edge, but it'll land safely. Will only be a single. The last game, Vineet Sarang was the pick of the bowlers. Loved bowling out here in the last match. Created carnage really on the field. Just with the way he bowled. There was turn, there was bounce. This wicket as well is offering something on similar lines. Bowling flatter in trajectory at the moment. Get a single here, Will Zaveri. Over the top on the bounce to the fielder. Gets a single. Cut away. Straight to backward point this time. Well bowled. Much better delivery. Top edge. No one there at short fine leg. There's a man at square leg behind square who will tidy up and keep it down to a single. 7 overs have been bowled. 34 for 2 are Nsci. Right, Captain Ojas Mehta bringing himself on into the attack in the 8th over. This is going to be interesting. Another leg spinner. He is going to get some purchase out of this wicket. Gets a single as Paras Zaveri first up. Right now, Balaria. Balaria sweeps. It's a top edge. But it's going to land safely. Needs to be careful because the bowlers are going to get, the spinners rather, and wrist spinners in particular, they're going to get some turn here. And some bounce to go along with that. Drives down the ground. Will pick up a single to long off. Strikes back with Balaria. Goes over the top. Saket Adhikari in the deep. It goes over his head for 6. Terrific hit from Ankit Balaria. For once, Saket Adhikari at long off felt that he was in with a chance. Now this is some shot on a slow wicket. Not easy to do. Just over Saket. You couldn't have timed this ball better than what Balaria has done here. Oh, goes once again in that direction. And he'll pick up a boundary. Good batting, very good batting from Ankit Balaria. Much needed for Nsci going forward. Now, Ojas Mehta is not a frontline bowler. You know, he's a batsman who can bowl. So it's important that you're not getting the boundaries against the other bowlers, the frontline bowlers. It's important to target him, and Balaria is targeting him here. I'm sure they must have spoken about this, that we're going to have to target Ojas here. This will be interesting. Ojas is always up for a challenge. Terrific cricketer. Always upbeat, proactive. Knows exactly what's happening. A very good reader of the game. 8 overs have been bowled. 47 for 2 are Nsci. Steps out, goes down the ground. He's timed this really well. It's gone for 4. Good shot. Paras Zaveri. Very good shot. Vineet Sarang pitching this one up. Stepped down the track and parked him over his head. Right, so whilst Ankit Balaria was busy getting the boundaries in the last over, Paras Zaveri is joining in the party. Now, you need to be careful here trying to play against the turn. Luckily, that outside edge went to ground. It's important to play with the turn. Play straight as much as possible. It's going to be dangerous to hit against the turn. Sweeps, another top edge, hasn't quite connected. He'll get a couple of runs here, will Ankit Balaria. Down the ground. He'll pick up a single here. Will Balaria. Paras Zaveri facing up. through covers. Pick up a single here. Saket has been pushed wider now after the way Balaria took on Ojas in the last over. Right, 9 overs have been bowled, 56 for 2 and Nsci. Yatin Telang played away on the onside by Zaveri. Will get a single here. Top edge. And it lands safely. Drives. He's found the gap here. He'll find the boundary to go along with that. Very good shot from Paras Zaveri. Beautiful timing. Wonderful placement. They've somehow started to find the boundaries now. Both have spent enough time on the crease to have sussed up the conditions. Well bowled, very well bowled. They're asking the question. Sumiran Mehta is convinced that he has his man. But Ankit Bhalaria is still out there as the umpire reckons that he is behind the popping crease with his boot. Through the offside. Right, halfway through the inning, 64 for 2. RNSCI. Right, Priyank Tandon bowling the 11th. Ankit Bhalaria facing up. Cleaned up. The drinks break hasn't helped Bhalaria one single little bit with his concentration. Going for the old Hevo first up. Wasn't the smartest of shots. Playing across the line on this wicket is not the best thing to do. You miss, I hit, says Priyank Tandon. We'll take a look at this ball once again. Pitched in the good length region. Came back in to the right hander. Very well bowled Tandon. Right, Bhalaria goes for 26. 64 for 3. Our Nsci. Right, now this is going to be an interesting phase in the game. Tushar has played some crucial knocks for Nsci in the past in this competition as well. He's fared really well. Today batting at number 5. He's expected to fire. He's expected to go at a certain clip. I'm waiting to see how he goes because he knows that at the moment the old monks are in complete control. Now that's a strong zone. You give him any width, any room, he's severe on that. This time he missed the ball though. Loves his square cut. Loves the offside. Right, Tushar Zaveri. Played away into the offside, airy fairy. Lucky there was no one at short cover there. Priyank is cranking it up here. He's in his second over, but he's bowling quick. Right, now Paras Zaveri has been out there for some time, so I'm sure he will bat differently against Priyank. Well bowled, Priyank. What a fine over this has been. Only a run and a wicket to go along with that. 65 for 3, Nsci. Right, Zaveri facing up to the leg spin of Vineet Sarangya. He'll pick up a single. Oh, in fact, he's ran the first one hard. He wants to go back for the second. Very good running. Pick up a couple of runs here. All the men on the onside are in the deep. Sized up the opportunity to come back for the second and did it comfortably in the end. Did Tushar Zaveri. Cut away. Oh, he's beaten point here. It'll go for 4. Good shot from Tushar Zaveri. I earlier spoke about his strength being the square cut. In typical Tushar Zaveri fashion, brings up a boundary. Much needed one for Nsci, and that will help him get going here. Cuts again. This time finds backward point. Vineet hasn't quite hit his straps this time round in this innings so far. He hasn't been hitting the lengths he would want to be hitting. Will be called a wide. Sumiran does well there. Steps out, goes over the top of cover. Oh wow, that is one superb hit from Tushar Zaveri. Picks up a boundary. Let's take a look at this once again. Stepped out, over cover. Wow, that was some shot with the turn. One bounce into the rope she went. Tushar Zaveri opening his shoulders here. Needs to open up. They need a lot of runs here. Pulls. He's found the gap. It'll go for 4. Terrific batting from Tushar Zaveri. That is exactly what the doctor has ordered for Nsci. Off the back foot, he found the gap between deep mid wicket and deep square leg. He's come out all guns blazing. A square cut, pull, hit over, cover. What more could you have asked for in 1 over? Third boundary of the over. Well bowled, Vineet Sarang. That's more the length for you on this wicket. 12 overs have been bowled. 80 for 3 are Nsci. Right, Rahul Thakur into the attack for the first time. This is going to be interesting. Oh, well bowled, Rahul. Very well bowled. I'm afraid that for once Tushar Zaveri wasn't running. Can we see the replay on this once again? Unfortunately, we can't. But for once, Tushar Zaveri, the last thing Nsci needed now was a run out. Because every time that they've tried to build, they've lost a wicket. Slammed away through the offside. Paras Zaveri will pick up a boundary. A very good shot on the up. It wasn't an easy shot to play. He's done this nonchalantly in the end. Take a look at this. Not much feet, but just the hands through the ball. Superbly done, because it wasn't a ball to be put to the boundary. It was in the good length region, climbing on Paras. But that is the advantage you gain once you have faced a certain number of balls. He's batting on 28. He's taken his own sweet time. He's soaked in the pressure. And now he needs to deliver. Straight to cover this time. Oh, he's gone over the top here. And he's hit this far enough. It's gone all the way for 6. This time we'll surely give you the replay. Wow, this was some shot. Take a look at this. As easy as one could make it look. Top hit from a top player. Somehow the runs have started to flow for Nsci at the moment. They've certainly on the charge at the moment. Paras Zaveri getting a few runs here in this over. 10 off the bat. 1 boundary, 1 6. Right up there in the block hole. More where you want to be. 13 overs have been bowled. 93 for 3 are Nsci. Right, Digvijay Singh has been called upon to bowl the 14th. It's going to be power play time after this, so I'm sure this pair is aware of the same. Couple of overs in the batting power play. Swept away. Fine for 4. Oh, the fieldsman gets to it. So what was looking like a boundary will result in a couple of runs. Paras Zaveri gets those couple of runs under his belt. Deep square leg did a phenomenal job to get to the ball and stop it from going into the ropes. I called it a little early than it should have been. Through the offside taken. This is not the right time to lose a wicket. Said batsman Paras Zaveri will have to depart for 37 here. Oh my, just when Nsci were getting the runs and Paras Zaveri had just started to tonk a few, he is departing. The old monks have struck for the 4th time and Nsci have lost their set batsman. And with that, Nsci are 95 for 4. Right, we have Jairaj Thakkar who's walked into bat at number 6. Now this is a very important number. You don't want to be coming in the 14th over. You're expected to come in a lot more later. You expect a batsman earlier to do a job. Jairaj has a task up his sleeve here. Asking the question is Shumaran Mehta. I think it's come or the flap or the pad or the track because it hasn't been given as a wide either. So it's definitely touched or brushed something. Cleaned up. Can you believe it? Jairaj Thakkar comes. Jairaj Thakkar goes. That was a terrible shot from Jairaj Thakkar. You've just walked into bat. You've lost a wicket. Power play coming up next over. What do you think you're trying to do? Going over long gone. There was long gone. There was deep mid wicket. Very poor shot. Terrible shot, in fact. Nsci in further trouble at 95 for 5 after 14. Right, Priyank Tandon with ball in hand in the power play. Well bowled, Priyank. Very well bowled. Right, he went to Tushar's end with the throw. Full of life and energy is Priyank Tandon. Right, Prasad Divadkar now, left-hander. Now, what's his role going to be in the power play? They have a slip employed. More short third man. What is Sumiran Mehta appealing for? Was a late appeal. Everybody went up a little late. Drives. Zaveri's gone back for the second here. He'll make his ground in the end. When you enter the power play, the batting power play in particular, you want to see two set batsmen at the crease. Now, it's going to only make life difficult for Prasad Divadkar. Slower ball attempted, beaten outside the line of the off stump. Going for the drive was a little too late on the shot. Divadkar's batting at number 7. Drives, finds the field at mid-off. No run there to be had. Cuts, finds the fielder. It's been a quiet over so far. 15 overs have been bowled. 98 for 5 are Nsci with only 3 runs coming off that over. Right, Tushar Zaveri facing up. Cuts. His favorite shot. Will get only a single this time. Right, Digvijay Singh has magical figures so far. He's in his fourth over. Has given away only 7 runs in the 19 balls that he's bowled. And has picked up 3 wickets to go along with that. Wow. First ball struck, getting the wicket of Kamran Ahmed. The star opener who got 185 when Nsci got 312. Right, now Divadkar needs to be careful here. He's faced 6 balls for the 2 runs that he scored. He has to give Tushar the strike as much as he possibly can. Now remember, this is a power play over. The last over yielded only 3 runs. So far, only 1 run in this over. Goes over the top, but he hasn't timed it, and it has been put down in the end. Valiant effort by the fielder. He got to it, I believe. Right, the 100 comes up for Nsci with that single. But now Tushar Zaveri has the responsibility to over here to try and get a boundary or 2 if he possibly can. Off the back foot into the offside. He'll only pick up a run here. Right, now Prasad Divadkar. Cut away. 2 backward point. No run there to be had. Only 2 runs. Only 5 runs in the power play overs for Nsci. This could be a defining moment in the game. 16 overs have been bowled. 101 for 5 are Nsci. Right, Ojo Mehta to Tushar Zaveri. Goes down the ground. Fine shot from Tushar. Goes for 4. Much needed boundary for Nsci. Tushar Zaveri coming into his own. Was pitched up and he went down the ground beautifully in the end. Down the ground towards long off for a single. Oh, he's going to be run out. Yes, Divadkar. Wanting to come back for the second. Yes, he was running to the danger end, but Tushar wasn't ready for the second. The troubles continue for Nsci as they lose their sixth for 105. Old Monks so far have bossed the game. $105 for 6. RNSCI now. Right, Ruchit Mehta gets a full toss. He's played it down towards Longon. Longon will take it on the bounce. Fortunately for Ruchit, that did not go to hand. Right, TJ Tushar Zaveri facing up. Tushar Zaveri 24 of 17. He's done well single-handedly so far. He has to carry the responsibility of the batting right up till the 20th over. I say that because he is the only recognized batsman at the moment for Nsci. Run rate's only 6.48. That's because they've lost wickets at regular intervals. Have lost wickets at the wrong time. In the power play, there was only 5 runs that yielded in the batting power play. When you want to go hell for leather, 17 overs have been bowled. 107 for 6 are the National Sports Club of India. Goes over the top of Winnie's head. The Sharks coming back for the second this time. Poor shot, very poor shot against the turn. That was pitched well outside the line of the leg stump. Going for a big heave through mid-wicket. Completely missed the ball. Again, repeat of what just happened. Not learning from his mistakes here, Ruchit Mehta. What can you expect from number 8? Now, this is what happens at a time when there should be runs galore happening. There are dot balls being rung in. Well bowled, Sarang so far. Top stuff. Ruchit struggling against the leg spinner. Tushar calls him through for the single. Now, you'll see a completely different approach from Tushar Zaveri. He will go with the turn, mostly over cover through through point, over long off, or will go straight down the ground. But you will not see him try to hit mid-wicket, square leg, against the turn unless it's a full toss. Pitched outside the line of the leg stump. You can't be given leg before wicket from there. Well bowled, Sarang. It's been a fine over so far from Vineet Sarang. Only 3 runs coming of it. 110 for 6 after 18 are an Nsci. Well bowled. Priyank has done a phenomenal job for his side so far. He's in his 4th over. Has given away only 9 runs in the 19 balls that he's bowled. Has picked up a wicket to go along with that. Picked up a wicket in the 11th over, first up after drinks. Ruchit's not hitting the ball well at all at the moment. Inside edge. He's going back for the second. Asking the question. It goes in favour of the batsman at this time. Slammed away through the offside. There is a fieldsman out in the deep. So will only be a single. Right now, Tushar Zaveri will be facing up. 23 of 21 to Tushar. Now he needs to deliver for his side. He needs to give them the boundaries and sixes that they need. Can he do that? Let's wait and watch here. Pulled away. Pulled away for 4. Nobody a deep square leg. He's found the vacant space out there. That's exactly what I was speaking about. This is the time when he has to deliver the boundaries and sixes. He started off well here in the death. Gets a boundary under his belt. They need a lot of runs to the Nsci. They need to finish off big, strong over here. And Tushar Zaveri has the responsibility to deliver the same. Well bowled, Priyank Tandon. Very well bowled. Certainly has a lot of pace in this circuit, one of the faster bowlers. Can crank it up. Tushar was beaten for pace this time. Otherwise, very severe on the cut shot. Needed to get that away. Drives. There is third man. Third man does well. Tushar will go back for the second. "19 overs have been bowled. 119 for 6 are Nsci. Right, Ruchit Mehta. Tall man, needs to hit some tall hits here. Can he park one out of the ground here? Rahul Thakur has the ball in hand. Cleaned up. Well bowled Thakur, right up there in the block hole. Going for the big one. Ruchit Mehta completely misses the ball. And with that, Nsci have lost their 7th for just 119. It's been old monks all the way through in the match so far. Who would have expected such an upset in such a big game? The two strongest teams in the competition. Nsci won the toss, elected to bat first. When they needed to fire with the bat, they have disappointed. As we all know, old monks bat deep, bat strong. Vijay Singh in form at the top. Ojas Mehta preferring to bat in the middle order in this tournament so far. I think nothing is going to change when it comes to that. Some of the other batters getting more of an opportunity to perform. But the old monks have really shown why they are the champion side in the tournament. What a bowling performance this has been so far. Right from the word go, they've been on the money. Raj Chopra struck in the very first over, removing Karan Chugh. Then Digvijay Singh got Kamran Ahmed, and that was literally half the side of Nsci. Once you see their openers packing, you can see how heavily they rely on the start given by their openers, which wasn't to be the case today. And they've struggled thereafter. Ankit Bhalaria, Paras Zaveri got a bit of a partnership going, got a half-century partnership going. But just when they needed to deliver, they got out. Tushar Zaveri is trying his best in the middle, but I'm afraid that they don't have enough runs on the board at the moment. Right, TJ enters the 30s. Only 3 balls to go. Goes straight down the ground. Saket Adhikari settling underneath it. Takes it in the end. A bit of a juggle. So in the quest to up the ante to try and get boundaries and sixes, Tushar Zaveri has to depart for 31. And with that, Nsci have lost their 8th. Well done, Rahul Thakur. Well done, Saket Adhikari. Tushar Zaveri, a lone hand really towards the end. In walks Ashwin Mehta. Right, Harsh Mehta, Ashwin Mehta. This is interesting. Ruchit Mehta dismissed a little earlier. 3 Mehtas in a row. Can one of these Mehtas stonk a couple out of the ground here? But they've just walked out to bat, and Rahul Thakur is bowling really well. He's hitting his Yorkers beautifully here. 123, a ball to go. Right up there in the block hole. Well bowled, very well bowled. Misses the stumps. They'll go through for another overthrow. Oh, they're going back for the third here. Gonna wait for the umpire signal on this one. Right, a couple of runs will be added to the total. So the Nsci end up 125 for 9 because on the third they'll get a run out here. 125 for 9. What a bowling performance this has been from the Old Monks. Remember, the National Sports Club of India, they won the toss and elected to bat first. And I'm sure they would be very disappointed with their performance with the bat. In a big game when they had to fire, they had to deliver. They had to go strong against the strongest side in the competition. They have failed to deliver with the bat. Paras Zaveri top scoring with 37. Tushar Zaveri 31 of 26. Ankit Balaria 26 of 23. But I'm afraid nobody had the legs to carry their team forward and get to a half century, get to 70-80 and take their side to 140, 150, 155. Old Monks, the target for them 126 in their allotted 20 overs. Live action coming your way in 10 minutes from now. Do stay tuned in. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the chase is just getting underway. Nsci with the ball. Amar Padhyay looking for the cut. Extra bounce defeating him. Anis bending his back that time round. Now, we all know what Nsci can do with the ball. He's somebody who more often than not picks up wickets. Very accurate. Enjoys his bowling. More often than not delivers for his side. Today he's up with a challenge. And the challenge is to make the new ball talk, to try and pick up wickets up front. That is the only way that they're going to put up pressure on the old Monks. We all know the strength that the batting of the old Monks possess. They take a lot of pride in their batting, do the old Monks. It's not going to be easy for Nsci to pick up wickets up front, but they're going to have to do something out of the ordinary to try and make this match an interesting one. Down the leg side, that will not help. There you go, a couple of runs added to the total because of being a wide. And they went through for the single to go along with that. Right now, the big man Vijay Singh will be facing up. Vijay Singh has been in terrific form lately. Ever since the IDFC First Bank MCA BKC Members Premier League tournament took place, he's come back into form. Was struggling in the School Dads Cricket Championship earlier in November, December. Got a few ducks there. Was struggling on this very ground. But lately he's come into his own. Hits the ball a long way. Loves hitting sixes. Tall man, long levers. Very strong man. Down the leg side, wide. Now this is what Nsci have to be careful with. Nsci wants to bowl straight. He's aiming for the stumps, which is the way forward. That's exactly what Raj Chopra did up front with the ball for the old Monks. But Nsci cannot afford to give away gifts. Asking the question, I think that's pitched outside the line of the leg stump. Straight away Vijay Singh going towards the wicket to get a tap on. Make sure that all's in place on the wicket. He knows Anis is coming hard up front. Anis is striving for extra pace. That's why probably he drifted down the leg side a couple of times. Worked away on the onside. There is fine leg. So he'll pick up a single here, will Vijay Singh. Gets off the mark. The order of the day for Nsci year after will be wickets. They have to strive for wickets. It's good to see they've started off with a slip, gully, backward point. There is fine leg, so he'll pick up a single here, will Amar Padhyay, and get off the mark. Preetham Shinde, coach of the National Sports Club of India. Remember, he plays for the old Monks, but today opting to play the coach's role. Not playing for the old Monks today. Worked away. There is leg slip apparently, which is something different, but that's because Anis is bringing the ball back into the right-handers and targeting the stumps. Right, the first over has been bowled. 5 for no loss are the old Monks. Yash Tadeshwar sharing the new ball with Anis. Goes over the top, does Amar here. There is long off. Will only be a single. You can see the trend with Nsci as well. They've started off with Anis Aidenwala, left arm seamer, the same that Old Monks did with Raj Chopra. Then they introduced Digvijay Singh, left arm spinner. Here Yash Tadeshwar has been introduced in the second over itself. Another left arm spinner. Goes over the top. How far has he hit this? Far enough for six. That's exactly what I was talking about. He loves hitting his sixes. And lately he's been connecting really well as Vijay Singh. Now this is a top hit. He's not tried to overhit the ball one single little bit. Take a look at that. Purely relies on timing and his strength to clear the boundary. Just a loft over long on for six. Straight away flatter in trajectory, Yash Tadeshwar. You can't flight and pitch anything up to Vijay Singh. He is going to go after you. Now this is the strength that the Old Monks possess with Vijay Singh up front. There is a slip in place for Yash. He's tossed this one up. Well bowled Yash. This was right up there. So Vijay could not get underneath it like he could earlier in the over. And this was tossed a lot more higher than the previous one. Well bowled Yash. Much better. Right, 2 overs have been bowled. 12 for no loss are the Old Monks. Down the ground. He'll pick up a boundary. Will Amar Padhyay. Anis pitched this one up. Amar looked at it as a scoring opportunity. Worked that through mid-wicket. Went over mid-wicket. Goes for 4. They've started off really well here, have the Old Monks. Over the top of mid-wicket. He'll pick up a single here. Will Amar Padhyay. Right now strikes back with Vijay Singh. Glides the ball beautifully. Does well there, Tushar Zaveri. Worked away on the onside. Beautifully done. Gets a boundary, does Amar Padhyay. Poor bowling from Aidenwala. Full toss, taking full toll of it, Amar Padhyay. I think he was aiming for the block hole, was Anis Aidenwala. Just missed his length by a couple of inches and was parked away for 4. asking the question. I think that's pitched outside the line of the leg stump. Well bowled, Aidenwala. 3 overs have been bowled. 22 for no loss are the Old Monks. Right, Vishal Shah steaming in. Now Yash Thadeshwar is parked for a maximum by Vijay Singh. So he's been taken out of the attack for the time being. They probably want to bring him on post the field restrictions. Vijay Singh goes down the ground, but I don't think he's timed this well enough. Will only get a single. Cut away. Cut away for 4. Good shot from Amar Padhyay. Room given. And he's latched onto it as Amar Padhyay. Wasn't all that short. Just width offered and he pounced all over it. This has been a terrific start for the Old Monks, chasing 126. You're already 27 for no loss. Oh, well bowled. Squared him up there. Swept. Swept for 4. Very good shot from Amar Padhyay. Was a poor delivery from Vishal Shah. Take a look at this ball once again. Attempted slower one going completely wrong. Amar Padhyay taking full toll of that full toss. Nsci are not getting it right with the ball here. Well bowled. Much better delivery. That's where you need to be, in the good length region. On the off stump, 4 overs have been bowled, 31 for no loss are the old monks. Played away on the onside by Padhyay. He'll pick up a single here. Right, Vijay Singh facing up. Worked away on the onside. He'll pick up a single here. Drives. Walking the single when you're Vijay Singh out there. He likes taking it easy, running between the wickets. Is a tall, big man. Relies on hitting boundaries and sixes. Flicked away. Some runs here for Vijay. The good thing about the old monks is that they haven't lost a wicket as of yet. They know that if they keep wickets in hand, they're going across the line victorious. On the other hand, the pressure has been on the National Sports Club of India all throughout. First with the bat in hand, they struggled. Now with the ball in hand, they're not able to do what's needed to be done. Vijay Singh will go leg before wicket. He did not want to look at the umpire. He knew once he missed the ball that was it. Just missed a straight one. Looking to heave one on the onside. Missed it completely. And Vijay Singh has to depart here. Did not quite get going. Tong to 6 against Yastardeshwar. But other than that, it was quite going for Vijay Singh. He goes for 13. 37 for 1 after 5 are the Old Monks. Right, this is going to be interesting. Kamran Ahmed being introduced into the attack in the 6th over itself. Slower one. Oh, he's missed a straight one here. 2 in 2. Well. Is there going to be a twist to the tail? Now, this is the last thing you wanted. Amar Padhyay has been sent packing here. The openers dismissed for the Old Monks. Kamran Ahmed picks up a wicket in his very first over. Let's put it even better. Very first delivery of the over. Suddenly, whilst Old Monks were cruising, they'll have 2 new batsmen at the crease. 37 for 2. With a job to be done. Nagre will pick up a single and get off the mark straight away. Right, they're going to have to rebuild here. Saket Adhikari has played a few defining knocks for his side in the past in the competition. Took a fine catch at long off of Tushar Zaveri. Now has bat in hand and has a job to be done here. Nsci need wickets. Old Monks know they have to just preserve their wickets. Worked away on the onside. Straight to mid-wicket. Now, Kamran Ahmed is known for his off-cutters. He will give you the feeling he's going to come in and bowl military medium. No. He's going to bowl you off-cutter after off-cutter after off-cutter. There you go. You can look at Kamran Ahmed and say he is a fast off spinner. Right now, Saket Adhikari yet to get off the mark. Worked away on the onside. Fine square leg. Right, 6 overs have been bowled. 39 for 2 are the old monks. Right, Saket Adhikari. Right up there in the block hole. Well bowled, Mehta. Now that's the one thing you'll see with Harsh. He's deceptive, he's quick in the air. Wide will be the signal, choosing to bowl this one short and wide. Down the leg side, I think he's got a pad on that. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal on this one. Leg by signaled. Poor delivery from Harsh Mehta. I think he was aiming for the stumps. It's gone wrong for him here. 4 runs collected in the form of leg byes. Right up there in the block hole. Well bowled, Harsh Mehta. Much better bowling. That's what he's going to have to do here. Gonna have to try and aim for the stumps. Try and get leg before wickets. Try and get those bowls. Try and get those wickets. Go for wickets. Attack with the ball. Worked away on the onside. Pick up a single here will Nagre. Strikes back with Adhikari. Drives down the ground for a single. 7 overs have been bowled. 47 for 2 are the old monks. Right, Kamran Ahmed. As usual, off cutters. Sakets ran the first one hard, but they'll have to settle down with a single. TJ, Tushar Zaveri out there at long gone. Alert and awake to the situation. Won't give you another run. Right, now strikes with Sandeep Nagre. Worked away on the onside. Bit of a fumble in the deep by Harsh Mehta. And I think it's going to give him a boundary. Sums up the day for Nsci. Right, that's been parked to the boundary. Let's take a look at this once again. Nagre has pulled this one beautifully. One bounce, she went into the ropes. That was hit flat and hard. Rare short delivery from Kamran Ahmed. Usually loves bowling his off cutters up to the stumps. This time choosing to hit the deck. Goes wrong for him completely. Nagre was in position pretty quickly there. Much better delivery. That's what he needs to do. Pitch it up. Try and get the leg before wicket. Try and keep things quiet. If you can't pick up wickets, at least don't give away runs. Finds cover here. Cut away. Cut away for 4. Right, 8 overs have been bowled. 65 for 2 are the old monks. Yash Tadeshwar, left arm spinner, comes back into the attack. Pitched right up. Saket Adhikari, 4 of 10, is a little stuck today. Oh, well bowled. Very well bowled. Top stuff from Yash Tadeshwar in this over so far. 3 dots rung in back to back. Only 61 needed for the old monks. Saket will get a single here. Right, the message is loud and clear to the 2 batsmen. Just stay there. Runs will come. All you need to do is preserve your wicket. Cut away. He'll get a single here. Will Nagre. Right, 9 overs have been bowled. 67 for 2 are the old monks. Right, Tushar Zaveri into the attack. Played away down the ground by Nagre for a single. Strikes with Adhikari now. Cuts. Get a single here. Steps out, goes over the top. Does Sandeep Nagraya? He's hit this long and far. It's gone all the way for 6. Terrific strike from Sandeep Nagre. Stepped out, used his feet beautifully and went over mid-wicket. Top stuff, top hit. Well bowled Tushar Zaveri. Much better delivery. Outside the line of the off stump, coming back into the right-hander from there. Nagre has done really well so far, 22 of 30. No, this time he goes over long off, is it? No, Kamran Ahmed takes him in the deep. One too many shots, going against the turn. Never the best thing to do on this wicket. Stepped out, chose to clear long off, could not do so. Sandeep Nagre, third wicket down for the Old Monks. Good catch by Kamran Ahmed in the deep. 75 for 3. And the players will take drinks. Right, Captain Ojas Mehta out there. First ball, going for the sweep. Tushar Zaveri asking the question. goes in favor of Ojas this time round. 10 overs have been bowled. 75 for 3 are the Old Monks. Off the back foot into the offside. He'll pick up a single here. Will Saket Adhikari brings the captain back on strike. Right, Tadeshwar is pitching it up, bowling it in the right areas. That's where you need to be on this wicket. Sweeps. Finds deep square leg, will only be a single. Saket's just struggled to rotate the strike. 7 of 15. But there's no pressure of the asking rate. Here the value is for wickets. All you need to do is keep your wicket intact. And you're automatically putting pressure on the opponents. Asking the question. He's missed a straight one here. But I think that ball was doing too much. 11 overs have been bowled, 77 for 3. With only 2 runs coming in this over. Right, Tushar Zaveri. Just uses his feet. Now this is one interesting contest. Tushar Zaveri bowling from the far end. He spent some time at the crease, so he sussed up the conditions better than most others. He knows the lengths that he wants to be hitting on this wicket. Ojas outside the line of the off stump. Just loves sweeping, has a lot of confidence in that shot of his. Oh my gosh, he's missed a straight one here. Can you believe it? How could you play that off the back foot? Ojas Mehta has misread the length here. I think he was in dual minds whether to sweep or to play straight. He did neither at the end of it all. Let's take a look at this ball once again. Oh my word, how has he misread the length on this one? Tushar Zaveri gets the better of Ojas Mehta this time round. Fourth wicket down for the Old Monks. 49 yet to get. Right, we have a left-hander in there. We need Sarang. Gets off the mark straight away. Right, now some work to be done. Saket spent some time at the crease. Vineet's just walked in, left hand, right hand batting combination might just help. Now that's what Saket needs to do. Needs to rotate the strike, keep things busy. 12 overs have been bowled. 79 for 4 are the Old Monks. Right, they're giving Yash his 4th over in the 13th over itself. Now he's expected to strike for them. He's gone wicketless so far. Asking the question, and Saket Adhikari is literally signaling to the wicketkeeper, what are you appealing for in the first place? The umpire did not hear anything. Only the fielders were convinced that there was something on it. Saket was very clear that he got nothing on it. Tadeshwar has been economical. Driven for 4. Good shot, Saket Adhikari. When you go on this wicket, go with the turn. That's exactly what Tushar Zaveri did in the first innings. That's what you need to do on this wicket. That was an authoritative shot, much needed for the Old Monks. Now Saket has spent some time at the crease, so it does make a difference. That's what you need to do. You need to spend some time at the crease. We've seen in the first innings, Ankit Bhalaria, Paras Zaveri, Tushar Zaveri, they spent time at the crease, got runs under their belt. Now Saket has done the hard yards. All he needs to do is capitalize from here. Pitched up. They're asking the question. I think that's just pitched outside the line of the leg stump. That's why he went for the sweep shot in the first place. Right, a couple of balls to go in the over. Well bowled, Tadeshwar. 13 overs have been bowled. 85 for 4 with 41 to get of the last 7. Right, Tushar Zaveri will continue here. He's picked up a couple of wickets in his 2 overs so far. Has been economical to go along with that. He's picked up the captain of the Old Monks as well to go along with that. Ojas Mehta, leg before wicket. Right, the equation comes down to a runner ball now. There is surely something in it for the spinners. They've kept this game interesting. The batsmen haven't been allowed the license and the liberty to keep going. Held for leather off the back foot. Pass slip for 4. Using the pace of the bowler beautifully this time round, Vineet Sarang. Much needed boundary for the Old Monks. Tossed up. Left alone by Vineet Sarang this time round. Makes sense. There is a slip in place. Karan Chu gets slip. They're asking him to drive, yeah. They'll pick up a single here, is it? Vineet will settle down for the single. 14 overs have been bowled. 92 for 4 are the Old Monks. Right, Harsh Mehta to bowl in the power play. Saket's calling him through. This could be tight. Oh, he misses. Can you believe it? There was an opportunity in there to be had. I think he would have fallen short of his ground that time round. Saket Adhikari, Harsh. In fact, the wicketkeeper missed the stumps from a distance from where he should have hit. Now, these are the moments in the game where you have to take advantage of the same. This miss might come back to be costly. Now, mentioned earlier, Harsh is deceptive with the way he bowls. He'll give you the feeling that he's just ambling in. But he can crank it up. He does bend his back when needed. Asking the question, this is very tight. The umpire feels that the bounce might have gotten the better that time round. Probably just a little high is what the umpire felt. Well bowled, Harsh Mehta. Drives down the ground. Mid-off does well here. Played away down towards mid-on for a single. Right. He's driven this over the top. He's going back for the second here. Throw has come to the wrong end. Right, Saket Adhikari, 18 of 26. The good thing that he has done in this 18 of 27 is that he's still out there because the runs are not the cause for concern. It is the wickets. The last thing you want to do is lose wickets. And Saket has played a defining knock here. Oh, he's gone down the ground. There is mid-on. Did not quite time the ball as well as he would have liked to have done so. 15 overs have been bowled. Only 4 runs coming off, 5, I beg your pardon, runs coming off that over. 97 for 4 after 15 are the old monks. Right, Kamran Ahmed with ball in hand to bowl the last over of the batting power play. 29 needed of the last 5. Played away on the onside. He'll pick up a couple of runs here. Well beneath Sarang. NSC have done well to get the match as deep as they possibly can out here. They do not have enough runs on the board, and that was always a cause for concern. But they've done really well here to bring the match into a stage where you can still believe that if you pick up a wicket or two here, anything can happen. 100 comes up for the Old Monks with that single. Right, Kamran Ahmed steaming in. Off cutter, there you go. Well bowled, Kamran Ahmed. Some turn, some bounce there. He is appealing here. Saket Adhikari was running. Kamran Ahmed is appealing that he wasn't allowed to get to the ball. They're asking the question. The two umpires will have a word with each other here. Right now, he'll take the ball away from the left-hander here, will Kamran Ahmed. I think they should have kept a slip in place here. What's happened here? Saket Adhikari will have to depart. He was backing up too far. Kamran Ahmed gets his man in an indifferent manner. Now this is what happened. Saket Adhikari left his crease before the ball left the hand. Kamran Ahmed took advantage of the same. Banter out there between the two. Kamran Ahmed had appealed for an obstruction in the field on the previous ball. And here we go. Fifth wicket down for the Old Monks as Saket Adhikari has to depart for 18. Right. Suddenly, the old monks are in a spot of bother here. Played away through the onside. He'll pick up a single here. Score क्या हुआ चंदन? 16 overs have been bowled. 102 for 5 are the old monks. Right, Harsh Mehta to Vineet. Vineet goes down the ground. Kamran Ahmed has not picked this one up. And it will go into the boundary for 4. Much needed boundary for the old monks. Vineet Sarang making some room for himself. Kamran Ahmed at long gone. Did not pick it up at all. Went for 4. Harsh concedes a boundary on the first ball of the over and then cleans up Vineet. Match is getting interesting here because they're losing wickets are the old monks. Making room for himself. I have mentioned how deceptive Harsh Mehta can be with the ball. He has pitched this one up, right up into the block hole. Well bowled, Harsh Mehta. I am sure that the Nsci still believe that something can happen here. 106 for 6 are the old monks with 20 to get off the last 22. Right, Rahul Thakur pushes the ball into the offside. Oh my word, that would have been close on a direct hit. Rahul Thakur gets off the mark. Now Priyank Tandon, both batsmen batting on one. Both have faced only a single delivery up till now. 19 needed. Down to third man for a single. Right, 18 needed of 20. Worked away on the onside. They'll get a run finally. Don't be surprised if Harsh will try to bowl another Yorker here. It's the last ball of his quota. Chooses to bowl in the good length region outside the line of the off stump. Beats the batsman. 16 needed of the last three. Right, here we go. Kamran Ahmed to bowl his last. (16 needed of 17). Full toss down the ground. Long on is straight. Tushar Zaveri does well. Nelson's on the board. (15 needed of 16). This match is probably going to go down to the wire. Taken at cover. Well. Priyank Tandon driving on the up. Not easy against the turn because Kamran Ahmed bowls his off cutters. Smart catch by the fieldsman at cover. And with that, the Old Monks lose their 7th. (14 needed of 14). They say never judge a wicket until the two sides have batted on it. Clearly, it's not been the best wicket to bat on. The spinners have dominated. Kamran Ahmed picking up his second. Off cutters after off cutters after off cutters by Kamran, reaping some rewards here. Two new batsmen at the crease. Rahul Thakur batting on 4. Right, Pratik Jadhav facing up here. Off the back foot into the offside. He's running the first one hard. He's going back for the second. Should complete it in the end. Drives, finds the fielder. It's once again back to just a runner ball. 114 for 7 with 12 needed of the last two. Right, Tushar Zaveri has been given the responsibility to bowl the 19th. He'll pick up a single here. What's happened here? Right, the last thing the old monks want is to chase too many in the last over. Pratik Jadhav and Rahul Thakur have to decide what they need to be doing in this over. They have 3 wickets in hand. 10 balls, 11 runs needed. Oh, he's gone big here. How far has he hit this? Far enough for 6. Good hit from Pratik Jadhav. Much needed for the old monks. This might be the defining hit in the chase. And I say that because this has certainly relieved a lot of pressure from the old monks. Only 5 needed now. Much needed blow. Tushar Zaveri loves flighting it, loves pitching it up. That's pretty much how he bowls. This one's gone out of the ground because Pratik had different ideas. Definitely the way forward. 9 balls, 5 needed. flatter in trajectory straight away. They're running the first one hard. Pratik wants to go back for the second, and he'll complete it easily in the end. Only 3 needed. Pratik wants to make this the last over of the match. Worked away on the onside. He'll pick up a single here. They're doing this easy thanks to Pratik Jadhav. Right, only 2 to get. A ball to come in this over. Tushar Zaveri has bowled well up till now. He's gone for 9 runs in this over. Now Rahul Thakur on strike. Oh, Rahul Thakur's gone down the ground. Has gone hard down the ground. This will go for 4. Very good shot. And they definitely have made this the last over of the match. Well done, Pratik Jadhav. Well done, Rahul Thakur. Eventually well done to the Old Monks on a difficult wicket. All's well that ends well for the men in yellow. We expected a thriller. We expected a run faced. We might have not gotten a run faced, but we definitely got an interesting match of cricket that we all witnessed. Eventually, the Old Monks have gotten home victorious. It was the National Sports Club of India. They won the toss, elected to bat first, managed only 125 for the loss of 9. In reply, the Old Monks, thanks to Sandeep Nagresh, 22 of 14. Amar Padhyay opening the innings, 21 of 15. Saket Adhikari played well for his 18. Vineet contributed with 16. In the bowling department, it was Tushar Zaveri, picked up a couple of wickets in his quota of 4. Was a tad expensive towards the end in his last over. Went for 13. Harsh Mehta was economical. Went for 23 in his 4 and picked up a couple of wickets. Kamran Ahmed bowled really well in his 4 overs, giving away 28 and picking up a couple of wickets. Old Monks prevail and win the match by 3 wickets and an over to spare. Well, we're done with the first match. The second match coming your way shortly. Do stay tuned in. Live action coming your way in 10 to 15 minutes from now.